In 2002, there was something very important for us working on aging, which was the second ever World Assembly on Aging by the United Nations. It was in Madrid and generated the International Plan of Action on Aging, important document, has been influential. And I was then the director of the World Health Organization. Everybody looked at me, at WHO, expecting what is this guy going to present to contribute to the discussion in preparation of the Madrid Assembly. And I thought, well, we need to do things different. I had inherited in WHO a program that was called Health of the Elderly. Elderly, you put in that box, it has nothing to do with me. So we had to change that name and we start calling it Aging and Health. Aging, it's a process that involves everybody, young and old together, doesn't exclude older people. And then we start developing a new framework, a new way to look at society and hold things together. And eventually we came up, after lots of discussions and workshops and consultations, with this concept, this framework, called active aging. I didn't want to call it healthy aging. I thought it was too limiting. Health is broader, especially in older age, than not to have diseases. I wanted something that would express this activity that is needed in older age for you to be a vibrant citizen, member of your society. And the definition of active aging is quite simple now, because it took us hours and weeks and years discussing to compress. And it is the process of optimizing opportunities for health, lifelong learning, participation, and security in order to improve quality of life as we age. Listen, it's a process. It starts early in life. The earlier you start, the better. And this process has to focus on the two main ingredients or pillars of active aging that will make you a very active participant of your society. You need to be in good health, and you need to learn new skills, new knowledge, in order to continue to be relevant to your society. So it's health, it is lifelong learning. For what? For you to continue to participate. But failing that, you need the security that is going to be provided by a system. Could be public, could be private, could be your savings, could be your children. But you need a system that is going to protect you, because as we grow older, we become more vulnerable. And there is nothing worse than to live in a society in which you don't know who is going to provide you health care, that will provide you basic income, that will provide you food on the table and a shelter, the basics of life. And there are so many millions of people that are living exactly like that, aging with this uncertainty. And you cannot talk about active aging without looking at this very important pillar of security that needs to be in place for us to have the peace of mind that in Australia, by and large, we take for granted, but in the world is not present for hundreds of millions of people. So it's all together that makes active aging a coherent framework that, in the absence of another one, is the one that I embrace to guide my actions as I go through this journey, my journey of thinking in terms of aging for a better world.